And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host, Jonathan. Once again, bringing you my thoughts and review for last night's episode of The Flash, Season 6, Episode 2. Pretty big episode here. A lot of interesting details here as well, and spoilers if you haven't seen the episode. So, we all know that the first person that met the Monitor was Oliver Queen, and pretty much telling him that he's gonna die. Well, we all know, and we all knew that eventually Barry was also supposedly going to die in this supposed crisis. So, because when the Monitor came into his world last week's episode, he told him, "Hey man, you gotta have to die. This is unhonorable. You have to give yourself to save the universe, pretty much." So now Barry is dealing with the fact that he might have to die. So he decides that he's gonna go try to time travel to the future a day after he supposedly disappears and see what the heck went wrong, or what's going on, how this happened, maybe get information. So he does that, but unfortunately he ends up in Earth 3 and he meets Jake Garrett, which is who supposedly looks like his father, but we all know is another speedster. And of course he also meets Jake Garrett's wife, which ends up being his mother, his mother's doppelganger. So they plug him up and try to figure out like what's going on in the multiverse, because they find out that the multiverse is starting to break apart, just like how in the comics the multiverse starts to, crack, and all the Earths becomes one. So they need to figure out a way to fix the situation. While that's all happening, you have Iris and the rest of the team pretty much trying to, deal with the fact that they're dealing with this Meta who comes out of nowhere, who has the power of like radio waves, and they try to get her out of being convicted of murder. They feel like Cecile feels like she's not guilty, and then we find out later on that she has a cousin who has the same powers, who was framing her, and then things go kind of crazy from there, where they try to, Joe helps out Cecile, Iris, they all try to investigate that, and Cisco and Caitlin, or Killer Frost, they're trying to basically help her out to pretty much fit in with the rest of the world. Caitlin's taking a break and letting Killer Frost be in control of the wheel of her body and, try to have her own life. And Killer Frost is still feeling a little sad, the fact that, she doesn't fit into this world of just being a normal person. She doesn't know how to do it. She doesn't know how to make friends or anything like that. The only friends she has is everybody at Star Labs. But, she's working on it. So hopefully we'll see more of that. Obviously, we're going to see more of her kicking butt as well. What I liked about this episode, I felt like it gave us more details about the crisis. And, it looks like it's going to go down. It's going to be crazy. I feel like this whole crisis that all these shows are leading up to is going to get bonkers. Obviously we haven't seen any ties in with Supergirl yet, or Batwoman, or even Black Lightning, but we'll get those pretty much soon. Arrow just came back, and that was amazing, so go check that out. You can check my review for that as well. That was insane. But we do see Barry looking at the different futures of what's going to happen. Doesn't turn out well, so he has no idea what he has to do. And then he gets this cool speech about Joe, saying that, "Hey man, we're like cops. We're all heroes, we have to sacrifice ourselves to save pretty much everybody, even cops." It's the same thing like in real life, cops, firefighters, they always put the lives on the line for other people. Same thing with the military. It's kind of like that. So he's pretty much telling Barry, "Hey man, you're going to put on this suit. You're going to have to do some things that might get you killed. So you're going to have to buckle up and maybe prepare to kick the bucket." But we all know Barry's not going to die. I feel like Barry will die in this crossover. But eventually Oliver's going to fix it and take his place and be the new Monitor or something. And everybody else will think Oliver's dead, but except Barry, maybe Caitlin. I mean, not Caitlin, Kara. They all think that he's still alive somewhere in the universe. So who knows? But we have to wait and see what happens. But like I said, it was a good episode, so hopefully we'll get more information. We also got a little preview of the new bad guy. He finally got his powers, so that was pretty interesting, where he kind of makes people, like, metas even stronger, or he turns people into metas but more stronger with his own power, so that's pretty cool. So we'll be seeing more of that next week's episode, but it should be fun. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it, and stay tuned for more. Thank you very much, and have a good day.